And who's in room number 2? Oh,
What's up?
look who's here. What do we got? What do we got going on here, boys?
Hey.
Tell us. How are you?
What's going on?
Where are we? What are we doing?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, give us a little update here.
Okay, this is the deal. Okay, this is the lowdown. Right now.
Give us a little down.
Okay. We traveled from, at least I did, from
We were on
New
the
York
same flight,
JFK.
bro.
Oh, we were
We were on the
actually.
same
We were on
flight.
the
New York JFK to Amsterdam layover. This is what happens, okay? So, I didn't realize they didn't give me the boarding pass for the other flight. So I get down the escalator, ready to go into the gate get. I look into my little pink thing. Uh-oh. It says you gotta get your boarding pass. Where do I get the boarding pass? So I run to the one lady, you gotta go there. Well, I don't know what there is. So I run literally across the entire airport to get my boarding pass. I show up there, get into the kiosk, get my boarding pass, didn't even look at it, throw it into the pink thing, run back. Then finally, the two chevras are sitting there just chilling. And then, what happens is, I look at my thing, business class, cha-ching. I'm like, what's up, guys? I got business, you know what I'm saying? I was like really excited. I was like, what's up?
Yoni, are you following this?
Yeah, I heard it already 10 times.
Oh, you did? I was like, business, what's up? Okay, so we get on a bus, and we get to this plane, Ukrainian Airlines. I'm like, dude, this plane's you know what? I'm like, okay, what's business? I think business is probably going to be like regular, and everybody else gets like little like stools in the back. So that's what I'm thinking, right? So I get, okay, at least I had business. So I show up, I'm like, I got business. Who's sitting in my chair? Some chassid. I'm like, 3A, what's up? He shows me his 3A also. I said, there's no like system here to keep track of this stuff? I tell the lady says, I'm sorry, mister, you have to go somewhere else. So she tells me I'm back that way. So I go into coach. So I go to 9B. I show up at 9B, some little Hasidic kid sitting in my chair. Where do I go now? Meanwhile, I got my big heavy luggage. She tells me, oh, you got to go ahead and take it off the plane. By the time I go there to go bring it to them to take off the plane, they already shut the door. Then I'm schlepping about, everybody's watching me. Schlepping this black luggage. Finally, like, some lady in the back says, mister, go bring the luggage over here. So I'm thinking they got like an overhead storage back, they got some space. But no. What do? They got a toilet. They got a toilet to stick my bag on top of. I'm like, what's up?
That's
The
what
place
you use the
stinks.
toilet on the flight.
So they used the bathroom for luggage, and luckily I got the toilet spot right there on top of the toilet. Then what do I get? I get to sit down, and then I get here. Okay. Then we get off the plane, waiting 4 or 5 hours, right? To finally get on a bus to travel 32 hours to travel throughout the whole entire Ukraine. In the meantime, I had to go. We stopped at a caver, and I really had to go to the bathroom. Okay, so you have a Ukrainian woman that shows up. She says to me, oh, you have to use the bathroom, no problem. Come with me. Not really like that, but she's like walking. Anyway, got goats and chicken and this house that looks like a house. It used to be a house back in the 1900s, but like turned into something else. Then she takes me somewhere else. She walks down. This is the bathroom. I look. I'm like, excuse me? I open the door. I said, where's the bathroom? There's a bucket. It's square and a hole with a bucket. And you don't want to know what's all over the place. They did have toilet tissue paper though. So what did I have to do? I took care of business. Squatting style. And that was my experience with that. That was not fun. I had to do that twice. My stomach was out of control. Because all I ate was dried salami, some tuna fish, and some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. The entire 32-hour trip, so I was a little out of control with my stomach. Then finally, Baruch Hashem, we get to Uman. I'm like, oh, Uman, I got my nice 5-star palace, all's good to go. What's up? We get there. Okay, let me tell you. First is a tarp. It looks like a construction site. Okay, I'm like, what's up with this? All right, fine, no big deal. Let's go into our room. We open the door. Literally, a room. 14 people in one room. I'm like, excuse me? Oh, there's another room. Here's 8 people. That's a luxury suite. Another room with 6 people. But the problem is everybody's in our bed. And the problem is there's no room to even put our luggage anywhere. So I'm like, excuse me? Oh. And I said, okay, well, I have to go to the bathroom. Let me go to the bathroom. Where do I look down? It's dirt, everywhere dirt. I open it up. You have the toilet and the shower. Toilet, shower. I'm like, excuse me? Everything's stuffed up. I'm like, I ain't staying here, boys and girls. I'm out of here. So I told my chaver also, my chaver Tov.
Which chaver? This one right
This guy. He was very concerned. He's like, He's very concerned. He's like, nah, I'm not going with you. But he said, I'll go with you. Then he had somebody else who told him, No, it's such a good idea. A little dangerous.
I got scared.
You got scared. You got very scared. I'm like, I don't care.
Staying.
Fine.
So what happened when
anyway,
you- yeah.
So anyway, okay, before that happened, I met another chaver from the 5 towns. He told me he's checking out a place with some Yugoslavian lady, or Czechoslovakian lady, or Ukrainian lady. He says, oh, I know a place. So I went to go see her. She wasn't around, but somebody else had a spot. Took me to some other place who had 5 beds and a sink. What about a shower? What about a toilet? No, we don't have that. Okay, so I said, forget that place. But then she had another place next door, and you've just seen it.
And here we are.
We're in a palace. This is my bed. Check out this. This is my bed. I got the bed. I got the main bed. This is a couch converted to bed. Apparently there's a bar going across, but I kind of slept only half the bed, so I didn't really have the bar going across my back. And this is my chaver as well. And another bed. I have my whole chill over here. And I wanted to show you guys in my sink. Notice that I have a place to keep everything. I have my toothpaste, my Listerine, my deodorant, and some toothbrush. My wife got me a special kind of toothbrush. Let me just show you. This is a toothbrush. You can open it up.
Are you opening it now for the first time?
Yeah, first time. Then I said, okay, I'm really tired, I'm dirty, let me go take a shower. So I decided to go into the shower. I'm like,
Oh, what's wrong with the shower?
there's the wall.
People can't see.
There's a wall.
So how do you get in?
It's like 10 feet high. I said, how do I get in here? So my chaver helped me up. He gave me a boost like this. And threw me into the shower. I hit my head on the ceiling. And I took a shower. Fortunately, there's hot water here, guys. Pressure's okay. Hot water. And, by the way, I have here and body wash. 2 in 1. You don't have to pack 2 cups.
Sweet.
2 in 1.
So bottom line, would you recommend somebody thinking about coming to Uman? Would you recommend
Okay,
them
first
to
of all,
something?
that's just like what do they call Minios? Minias. It's Minias. But B'chlal, that's not even relevant. Everything I said was not even relevant. The Etzim is, I connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I went to Naishirim, I connected to Hashem, I davened, I was hanging out with Chaverim, and all in all, it was a beautiful experience. I gotta say, thumbs up on Uman. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. There you have it. Avi Popak, Woodman, New York.